white ladies and a bottle of wine, mama. Ooh, feeling good, mama. They took my money like I knew they would.
The Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame has unveiled its 2025 Legends Induction series, accelerating the contributions singers have crafted to become cultural tentpoles. And Ian Thomas's mastercraft of music has led to solo success and even more for the likes of Santana, Chicago, and Bette Midler. So joining us live this morning is one of those being recognized, the legendary, it's official now, Ian Thomas, you're a legend, a Canadian songwriting legend. What about that? How does that term strike you now that you're officially and genuinely referred to as a legend?
I don't know. It sounds a bit like an obituary.
Well, let's hope not.
Ultimately, it's just such a lovely honor, and particularly to be with some other folks whose work is really wonderful and has stood the test of time. So, it's a pretty good feeling at this age to be recognized for maybe the body of work. When
did you find out, Ian, that this was going to be happening?
Well, they told me, I think a couple of months back, and we're trying to secure a date, which I think is why they had to get a lot of their ducks in a row. And I was just delighted by this. I was at an induction for my good friend Mark Jordan a couple of years ago, and it was just such a wonderful event they put on, and I'm just thrilled to be a part of it this year.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. And, you wrote your first song, I think you were 15 years old, so it's been a few years, Ian. What do you make of that? You've been doing this basically your entire life. Like, music has been your life. You've contributed so much to the, Canadian culture, et cetera. Now to be recognized as this legend, defining so much Canadian music here. What does that not mean to you, because we've already talked about that side of it, but how does that sort of strike you, that where you've come from, 15-year-old from Hamilton, to here you are now, getting this sort of induction and recognition?
Well, it all has to do with just respecting the joy of writing songs. Mm-hmm. I think to have lasted as long, my most recent album came out in 2024, and it's an immersive recording, like surround, and it got great reviews. I guess there's an issue, when you strap your creativity to the wheels of commerce, and you're being judged by the number of widgets sold. That can make a lot of people sort of shrivel. But at a very early age, I realized that some people are going to love everything I do, some people are going to hate everything I do, and the vast majority could really care one way or the other. And when I realized that, I also realized my joy was in writing. I will always write songs. It's how I howl at the universe. It's an expression of sentience. And so that joy remains. So when I look back, and I am now in the present and I'm still writing, I think the reason I still write is creating is my hope. Mm-hmm. So it's, and we need hope to live.
We sure do.
It's one of those things, when people say they're going to retire and then they retire and I say, well, now what am I going to do? My brother Dave says that creativity is as much an affliction as it is a talent. And I think there's some truth to that. I've often been away in my head somewhere in the middle of another conversation because a line just popped up that I'd been trying to find for a song. And so I haven't been overly present at times. But that comes with the territory, I guess.
I guess so. Well, listen, enjoy the induction ceremony. This is so well-deserved. Ian Thomas, great to speak to you today. Thanks so much for being here. And again, congratulations on this.
Thanks very much, Nick.